David English, the Executive Director of the Putnam County United Way, is pleased to be in partnership with the 15 social service partners that provide services enhancing and enriching the lives of Putnam County residents. Here's David.
It is my pleasure to have been given this opportunity. As a lifelong resident of Putnam County, those of you that know me know I worked outside of the county most of the time, and coming back to the United Way has been a way to give back to this community. The United Way historically has always tried to reflect the mores and values of the community, because each one of the local United Ways are autonomous. Just a brief history, United Way was started in 1887 in Denver, Colorado, and we talk so much about inclusion at these days, but let's look and reflect quickly on the United Way history. In 1887, Denver, Colorado was a boom town. It had been a gold town, then it was a cattle town. There were a lot of social ills that needed to be addressed, and a young woman out there saw that, but truthfully, women weren't able to play prominent roles in community at that time. This is 120 years ago, thereabouts. So she went to two ministers, a priest, and a rabbi. Sounds like the introduction to a bad joke. But that is the four people that were that was the four people that were brought together. They then formed a local agency that raised money. They raised $21,000 plus in 1887 and supported 21 social service agencies. So from there, United Way has grown. It's been called Community Chest at times. It's been called a United Fund. It's been called Community Fund. But throughout the history, it has grown and been a very viable and strong part of each community when those communities have allowed them to be strong. This is your United Way. It's not mine. It's not the board of directors. It's the United Way of Putnam County. It says so on my door, and I'm very proud of my county. So as long as you folk continue to support us and allow us to then provide the financial support for the agencies, then we can be a strong and viable community. One of the things United Way can do that other nonprofit agencies cannot do is provide operating expenses to other nonprofit organizations. We all know we can get grants and write grants for programs, but we can't get operational expenses. But if the light bill is not paid, the other utilities are not paid, and the doors aren't open, we can have all the programs in the world sitting on the shelf, but we cannot provide them to the community because we aren't open. So that's my plea to you. That's what I'm saying to you. This is how we become strong. This is what we do. The other thing that I want to say before we end is that 98+% of what is raised stays in Putnam County. And I'm going to say that one more time just to reinforce it. 98 point plus, to be redundant, of what we raise in Putnam County stays in Putnam County, is utilized in Putnam County. And I think that's another thing that makes us unique. And we try our best to reflect the local morals and values of Putnam County. So I thank you for this opportunity. It's a pleasure serving. We have a very vibrant and active board, so we'll do the best we can. And the next upcoming thing is our golf scramble that comes up August the 7th, which is our only major fundraising event, aside from our campaign where we talk with corporate folk, individuals, and employee deductions. So again, thank you for the opportunity, and let's make this as strong as possible, thereby making our community a very viable, strong, enriched community. Thank you very much for this opportunity.